queen 6-2. I have 10 high. Okay? So I bet the flop.
Yeah.
So now, okay, he calls. Okay? Turns a king. So now you think it's a good bluffing card, right?
Yeah.
When you're running bad, or I mean, in general, you shouldn't even bet turn when you bet the flop, okay? With 10 high. Otherwise, your bluffing frequencies are way too high if you're betting with 10-4 offsuit, right?
Yeah.
So with that hand alone, even if the turn is a good card for you to bluff, an ace or a king, and I'm just gonna give up. What do you think?
Yeah.
And that's how you should play against this guy because we know it's auto profit already. We bet half pot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have to do anything more than that. So if you have 10 high, you don't have to triple barrel bluff him. You understand?
Yeah.
So what happens is, one of my students, he was running bad. He did this against this guy. 3-bet him in the small blind, right? He opened the small blind, we 3-bet him with 10-4 offsuit. Fine, right?
Yeah.
He bets a flop on a queen 6-2 board. Fine, right? That's perfect. That's what you want, right?
That's the plan. Yeah.
So he calls. Turns a king now. He bets again. Okay? And then this guy calls. River, he checks, and my student checks. Because this guy doesn't fold.
Yeah.
I want to bluff him with 10 high. Okay? So if that's the scenario, then don't bluff. Just bluff the flop and give up. It doesn't matter if it came in your favor or not, okay? You know what I mean? Because we know it's auto profit to put out a bet already, right? Why do we have to do more work than that with 10 high? We don't, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Even if the board runs out in your favor, you can just give up because this is why my red line doesn't dip a lot when I have 10-4 offsuit because I just bet once and give up. It doesn't matter what turn comes. I don't care. I don't have to have cards against this guy. 3-bet bet, 3-bet bet, right?
Yeah.
And it makes you a lot of money. So why do you have to do more than bet the flop? Okay. If you have value, then yeah, bet the flop, bet turn, bet river, right? But if you don't, just give up. Okay. So this is what you look like. You're raising a lot under the gun, and then MP got up. Solid overall, okay, but we're gonna have to fix your opening ranges a bit, and defending a bit too wide, okay.
I have to defend a bit too wide.
You're defending a bit too wide.
Okay.
Okay. Like here, you're defending like almost like a 26% range, right?
Yeah.
58, 57%. So you don't see it? I thought I sent it already. Oh, I sent it to Obi.
Yeah.
So 3-betting is good. Overall, you're doing okay, but let's just let's look at your opening ranges a bit, okay? Why are you opening 19, 18, and so?
I think it's just variance. 20k hands.
So
We can look.
because you're opening a bit rather tight in the cutoff, but in the small blind, right? So use 40 to 50,000. No, you don't have to do that. Just wait. Okay, so that sample you're defending a lot wider, especially when you're running bad. It's not a good combination, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this happens though when you're running bad. You start tilting. You start calling with hands you wouldn't call, right? Okay.
Yeah.
But let's see here. Under the gun, MP cutoff button. So cutoff and small blind. So let's work on your small blind stealing. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see here. More curves. Well, this will be good for Gearbow too. Okay.
Yeah.
Position. Let's use since you started with me, right? Yeah.
No, August 1st, I think.
Just an idea of how you play, right? Or what your win rates are. I like to look at EV, right? Gives me a better idea of exactly how we're playing. So your win rate in the blinds are good, uh, but we can always improve on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Big blind play, small blind play. Everything else is pretty decent. Um, so small blind. Your small blind is losing 20, which is good, which is not horrible. Okay. Um, but again, I'll teach you how to steal because like you guys know, my small blind win rate is really good, right? So I'll teach you guys, okay, how to steal. Okay, you guys know what auto profit is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we open min raise, how much does it have to work?
Um, 50, 50%.
Yeah. So it's so you open min raise, so 75. Hold on a second, eh? Risk. Okay, and if you 3x, how much does it have to work?
62, 63. No.
So so if you 3x, let's say you pay 50, you pay 50 an L now.
Yeah.
So you have to raise a buck 50, right? So 125. Uh, Risk plus reward, so it's 75. So it's 125. So it's 2 divided by 125. Okay? I'll go over the calc with you guys. Oops. 125.
62.
62.5.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you 3x, that has to work 62.5. If you go 2.5x,
58.
58. Okay? So we know that, okay? So we have
Yeah.
to keep that in mind, okay? So
Yeah.
oh, no, too much. Oops.
I'm always looking how much they fold when I steal in small blind.
Yeah. That's one thing, of course, you have to pay attention to that, but I mean, there's going to be more to it, right? How we adjust our ranges, okay? I was coaching my wife yesterday, and she got mad at me because she raised 5-2 offsuit, small blind, and she got upset because I was telling her, teaching her how to play, not to open 5-2s.
Is she good?
Or if you don't understand, you try to understand, right?
Yeah.
With her, I'll tell her something's wrong, but she'll like, why is it wrong? No, it's wrong. I won the pot. Okay, you won the pot. Good, good for you, right? Drives me nuts. I cannot. That's one person I cannot coach is my wife. Crazy. And then she got mad and stood up and started running off and mumbling to herself. It was a scenario where the guy was like this. and this will apply to you guys too. Okay? So, tell me when you see my screen. You guys see my screen?
No.
Just tell me when you see it. Okay?
I don't see anything. Yeah, I see.
You see now?
Yeah.
What do you guys see?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the guy. Okay, his fold to steal in the big blind was 0 and 0 over like 60 hands. Okay, he's playing 55-10, so obviously a fish, right?
Yeah.
And his fold to c bet was, and he had a $35 stack at 50 and out. Right? And his fold to c bet was this. His went to showdown was 40. I told her not to open 5 deuce offsuit. Right? But she raised and she bet bottom pair, she bet bottom pair, and then she checked call bottom pair and she won the pot, right? But I'm trying to teach her that, you know, you cannot open this hand against him. Because you're going to lose money. Because even if you flop bottom pair, you're going to always have a problem, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you have bottom pair, he's always going to have 2 overcards that continues. And then you're going to be, you know, value betting into his range, right? Okay? But that was a big discussion. But I mean, this has a little bit to do with stealing, okay? And we have to pay attention to how people's tendencies are. Okay? I mean, in general, not just stealing from the small blind, but in general, okay? Can you give me control again?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, here, what kind of range do you open?
Yeah. A tight range versus this guy.
Wrong. I open 100%.
Suited. 100%.
Why? What I open 100%?
Because he's not raising. He's just calling.
So I always see a flop, right?
Yeah.
I always see a flop. Do I always lose a 10-4 offsuit?
No.
Well, sometimes I win, right? But look what he does post flop, right? This is exploitative, right?
Yeah, it is.
So his style is fit or fold on the flop. So we can bluff a lot, right? Post flop. And I'm not worried about having 3 bets, so I can expand my range now, right? You see that?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
you guys see is, oh wow, he defends so much, I'm not going to open wide. What I see is, he defends wide, but he folds a lot. He defends 52% of his range and just folds every time he doesn't hit the flop. Do you see why I opened wide then?
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. So you have to think about what the guy is doing before we do, construct our range, because this is where I'm thinking, one step ahead of him, right? If you keep defending 52% of your range and then just check folding, folding to my aggression, then yeah, I am gonna bluff you, okay? But then on good board runouts, I'm very creative and bluffing more and stuff like that. Right? But
so you are opening 100% and c-bet flop 100%.
Exactly, right? Not 100, but probably like 70%. Okay.
Yeah.
70 or 80% c-bets. Because he plays fit or fold, right? So I have it, I call. I don't have it, I fold. So now here's a spot where you can expand your calling range without worrying about. We can get this up to like 60% without worrying about our fold to 3-bet, right?
Yeah.
If he 3-bets 20%, then yeah, I can't do that because now I'm gonna not be able to defend against his 3-bets. That makes it a bit harder for me to play, right? Okay.
Okay.
So next. I used to play 100 with me.
Wait, to
What's that?
change here.
No, 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 no. Don't close it. Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay. So, against this guy, what range do you open?
He's 3-betting 13%. So definitely tighter.
Yeah, I
30,
can't open 100%.
yeah,
So,
30% here.
probably a bit wider, 30, 35%. We always get to see a flop too. I mean, he's not three-betting too much, right? Probably 35%. I mean, if you open 35%, you can still defend quite a good range of it, right? About half of it,
Yeah,
or even like 40%, 45% of it. So you're gonna fold to three bet would be like a 55 here. Still not. It's still easy to defend 35% of your range, right?
yeah.
But what sizing should you use?
2.5.
Okay.
I usually, yeah.
What's his calling range look like?
His calling range.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. His calling range is whatever he folds. 100%. Take away this. Take away this.
Yeah, 6.
That's how much he calls because this is how much he folds. This is how much he three bets. So his calling range is 100 subtract
44.
44%. Okay. What does that mean to you? Okay. So we have to look it up. What does 44% mean?
Oh,
Where is Equilab?
I don't have Equilab.
Don't.
No, I
It's
just
free.
reinstalled my.
It's free.
Wait.
Okay. So I'll switch it to me. Okay. I'll tell you what 44% means. Download it anyways. Okay.
Yeah.
It's free, so I mean, this doesn't hurt you to have it. Okay. Somebody says you can't open it while you have the client open, so your stars. So make sure you close the stars before you load it, or while playing, don't open it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. 44% calling range, right? He has a 13% three bet, so 57%. Okay. So he has a 44% plus the 13% three bet, 57%. That's his calling range, okay?
His defending range.
Yeah, defending range, okay? So 57%, so something like that. 50, almost 50. I'll wait, take a break, close my eyes. I have dry eyes, right? From playing a lot of poker, so I have to work on my blinking. I remember I've been playing poker for like 8 years, right? And somehow your brain forgets to blink when you concentrate too much, and then
Really?
it becomes a bad habit. And then so now that I have dry eyes, it's even worse now, right? So I have to practice blinking. So that software reminds me to blink when I'm grinding long hours. Okay. So 57%. So he three bets this 13%, right? Blind versus blind, so he might even do that. 13%. Yeah. So he has a what? 46%. You said.
Yeah.
So maybe something like that.
44.
44.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe he three bets some of these. Okay. So this is just a whatever like this. 44. Okay.
Okay.
Look at his calling range now. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys see his calling range.
Yeah.
Now, try to picture this in your head and understand what his calling range looks like. Okay. Now, let me ask you, what kind of range you want to open then, and what sizing should we open with, let's say, Queen 9 then? If he's going to call with this kind of a range. Queen 9 doesn't do that bad, right?
No.
You go Queen 9 offsuit now.
If he's folding a bunch on the flop, I would like to open 3x to make more money when he folds.
Yeah, so I would open 3x now, right?
Yeah.
Based on what he's defending, okay? Because we're going to have initiative when he calls, right? We're going to win a lot of times. Let's say he has... this is like realizable equity, right? When we see showdown, right? But a lot of times he doesn't get to see showdown. On an ace-king board, we can bluff, you know? On a king XX board, we can bluff. We can unfold a lot of his equity, right? Okay?
Yeah.
So now, if he defends that wide, you know, and we have initiative, then we want to make it bigger, okay? Sounds good?
Yeah.
So in that spot, I'm going to open 3x. And not even think about it. Because we are tightening up our range, right, to 35%. And if he defends like that, he's going to fold to rivers a lot. He's going to have to, right? Okay. Okay, wait, let's go back to the hand. Let's go around the table. It's better than jumping from hand to hand, right? Now you tell me, this guy here,
Yeah.
what range do you open?
100%.
Yeah, I like it. What sizing do you use?
Min raise.
Yeah,
Min raise. Yeah.
in raise, right? It doesn't matter. You're folding anyways. Okay?
Yeah.
This guy here is a bit trickier, right? Same with this guy. I mean, no difference. Actually, this guy's
Yeah,
better than this guy, right? See how this guy would open 35%? Because he doesn't like to fold a lot to bluffs.
Yeah.
So we have to have a tighter range so we can value bet it more, right? Here, this guy folds a lot. So here I would open like 60%. You see that?
Yeah.
See that little adjustment I make? I went from 35 to 60. And they both fold and defend the same amount. Almost. But here I'm opening 60 because he's exploitable here. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Why? And here, what sizing I'm going to use? Same in here, right?
3x. Yeah.
Why do we go 3x?
Because it's out of profit. We make more money when he folds on the flop or on the turn.
Yeah, so we want to build up the pot more, create more dead money, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we open bigger and see bets. Okay? It's here. What do you do? And don't tell me you're going to raise 20% of your range.
No.
Because I'm gonna hang up now. What are you going to do? What kind of range you open?
Think more than 50%.
Man.
That's
Opie, have you been listening to me at all?
Yeah.
You have been listening to me or no? Gearbo, what range you open here? I can hear you.
100%. 100%.
Oh, okay. Opie's listening to me. I need to get into his head to understand. I need to get you guys to see the things I'm seeing. Okay. What you guys used to see is this guy defends a lot, and I'm gonna tighten up my range. That's what the natural tendency is. Okay. But I'm thinking, okay, this guy defends his huge range and just folds. So you have to open 100% here, right?
Yeah.
And you have to open 3.5x, right?
Yeah.
Why?
3.5.
Why?
You said 3.5.
Yeah, why?
To make more that money.
Yeah. This is the art of stealing from the small blind. Nobody's ever taught you this before, right?
Yeah,
I'm so good, ain't I? Now do you see why my win rate in the small blind is really amazing?
yeah,
And I'm trying to teach you guys these things, right? It's a big secret. It is a secret because nobody's ever taught you, right?
sure.
Otherwise, you would have been doing it already, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So you see how good it is to think one step ahead of your opponents.
yeah,
It's like playing chess, and you're always one step ahead of people. Now, do you see why I win at 12, 13 BBs, right? I'm always one
yeah,
step ahead of you if you're playing on my table. So if you're playing against me, you have no choice. So right now I'm starting Zoom, but at the beginning I have no hands on people, right? Once I develop a better read on people, then I can, really I just crush people, right? But always being one step ahead of if I'm playing at your table, I'm always one step ahead of you. By the time you four bet me, boom, all in, you know, because I'm one step ahead of you. I'm already adjusting ahead of you. Then if you're always one step behind me, guess what happens?
losing.
You're losing money. It doesn't matter what you do. You're losing money because you're always one step behind me. I three bet you. I three bet you. Okay, now I adjust my three betting. Now it's more merged, depolarized, right? Now you four bet me. Now I call with aces, kings, or I four bet or five bet, min five bet aces and kings, and I call with some stronger hands, ace queen, ace king. All of a sudden now you're bluffing me with ace 10, ace 8. Now what happens? Because I'm one step ahead of you. What happens now? You're gonna lose money. But you know what you're gonna say? Say this broke so broke I run so good against me. But really I'm just adjusting so fast to you that you're one step behind me. And if you're always one step behind me, it's a never ending cycle for you. You know? Then you
Yeah,
fold, I bluff me, I jam, you fold. Then now you're waiting, Now you know I'm jamming so wide. Now you're picking a hand to four bet me with value, right? Then I three bet, and then you four bet, then I fold, and then you're like, this guy fucking every time I have a hand he folds, and every time I don't have a hand he five bets. How many times have you played with a good player and he does that to you, right? It's because you're one step behind, right? Okay, adjusting. Okay. So against this guy, open 100%, right?
yeah.
Always go 3.5 BBs. You think he's gonna start folding now because you go 3.5?
No.
No. If it's no, do you see why I opened 100% range and it still go 3.5?
Yeah,
It, it's really just putting 1 plus 1 equals 2, right?
yeah,
And that it only makes sense to do this. Okay. You understand, Gerbo? I mean, listen, you guys have to believe me, okay, what I do, because there's a reason why I did this challenge is so you guys know, okay, that your coach is not playing Pop Aloha only and can't beat your games anymore. Okay, that's
okay.
the reason why I do it. Okay, if I was playing Pop Aloha and like this Gordon Gecko guy, he doesn't play anymore or just coaches. You're not going to learn a lot from him because he doesn't know how the game's played nowadays. Okay, so pay attention to when I teach you something and just understand it. Okay, a lot of times, okay, this is what happens. This is why I really wanted to do this challenge because of this. I would tell guys in this spot here to open 3.5x, and then they would listen to me, but they would never do it because they think I'm crazy. Okay, they don't. They're like, okay, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm not gonna open this wide. It's stupid, right? You can't open this wide. You can't open 100% range. But here we're trying to exploit it to the max. Okay, because you have to take these edges, okay? Poker is different now than it was like 8 years ago. Okay? If you don't take these edges, you're not gonna make money. Okay?
Okay.
Here, tell me, Ovi.
Yeah.
You're in the small blind, he's in the big blind.
Yeah.
No.
How much do I open?
What do you open? How much range? What sizing?
50%.
Okay.
And
What sizing?
3x.
I'm gonna raise 70% at 3x.
70.
Again, he's doing this, right?
Yeah.
So now I can expand my range. He doesn't 3-bet a lot either, right?
Yeah, he doesn't.
So now I can expand it. This guy I'm opening 100%. And this guy, because he calls and folds too, so I'm gonna go like probably 60% of my range, probably. But I'll make some slight adjustments, 60, 50, 60, right? And then how he adjusts to me, then I'll make some adjustments. Right now he doesn't 3-bet you at all, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think he doesn't 3-bet you? He has data-mined hands, right?
Yeah.
If he has data-mined hands, what does he see?
40% still.
Okay, so do you see why he's not bluffing you?
Yeah.
Okay. So if he 4-bets you, do you think if he 3-bets you, and then you see his 4 to 4-bet high, I mean, what do you think? You gonna 4-bet bluff him? You probably will, right?
Yeah.
But you have to pay attention to this. What does this mean to you? So we go here, right? So far, 0 to 7, so sample is small, right? So this is probably data mine hands you have on him.
Yeah.
So the sample is still small. So I mean, if the sample is still small, then yeah, I will 4-bet bluff him. But if this is 2.3K hands and the cases is like 0 out of 32, do you see how a mistake it would be if you 4-bet bluff him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what you have to pay attention to is, if you see this, you go, okay, why? You have to ask yourself why, right, before you 4-bet here. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Because if this is 0, then does this... The reason why I put this on the HUD is, why did I put this on the HUD? Tell me.
To see how they adapt to you.
Okay, and how they adapt to you. And if your first answer to me was, yeah, I 4-bet this guy a lot, does it mean anything to you then? That's 0.
It means, but
You didn't pay attention though, right? Because that's your first thing you said was, yeah, I would 4-bet him quite a bit. But if it's 0 out of 32 samples, you 3-bet him, or he's never 3-bet you, he's probably not bluffing you, right?
yeah.
There's something here that he knows about that he doesn't like. It's probably data mine hands, right? Then you see how bad 4-betting would be there.
Yeah.
So we're taking 1 plus 1, and then trying to figure out what the answer is, right? Okay. We can't just go, okay, he 4-bets a lot, he folds a 4-bet a lot, so I'm going to 4-bet him. But if he's never bluffed 3-betting me, then I can't 4-bet bluff him, right? Okay.
Yeah.
If he's not bluffing, we cannot rebluff. That's just how it works. Otherwise, it's suicidal. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, it's all about understanding how people. I made the HUD so you guys can understand a lot of stuff. Okay. But some stuff, if you don't pay attention to, it can cost you a lot of money. And this is a simple scenario, right? When I see this, you have to ask yourself, what is that? What does that mean? Is it the sample? Is it data mine hands? I don't know. So we have to go look into it, right? If it's 0 out of 32, like, yeah, please don't 4-bet bluff him, okay? 0 out of 7, the sample is still small, so yeah, you can throw out a 4-bet and see how he adjusts, right? Sounds good?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's stuff here that I do that you have to pay attention to, like 4-bet versus hero, probably 1 out of 2, right? So then I won't use this 50%. Right? I'll use these ranges here, 9 and 9 and 18. Okay. If I see 50, that pops in my head already, right? When I 3-bet him, before I 3-bet him, I'm going to look at this. What does that mean? Is that 3 out of 6? Is that 4 out of 8? Is that 1 out of 2? Okay,
Yeah.
because it should matter to you. Because these things should like here. What does that mean to you? Is this normal?
No.
If it's normal, does it mean he's adjusting to my 3 bets, or is it sample size? Because I know a lot of guys use data mine hands, so we have to look into it then, right?
Yeah.
Okay? Because if he's doing this and you're bluffing him, and this is like 22 out of 100 samples, then yeah, you probably shouldn't be bluffing him too much, right? If you're not going to ship it. So we look here. So 2 out of 9 times, right? What does that mean? We don't know yet. But I would start making some adjustment now to my 3-betting, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If I see 2 out of 9, then I'm going, maybe I should start adjusting my 3-bet. It's probably a good idea, right? Am I going to make less mistakes if I adjust my 3-bet now?
No.
To more like 1/3 bluffs, 2/3 value?
Yeah.
Or is it going to hurt me if I make slight adjustments like this?
No.
It's not going to hurt you, but it's gonna be one way to slowly adjust your ranges a bit to counter what he's doing to you so far, right? And even if you go, 1/3 bluffs, 2/3 value, he's still, if he continues this, he's gonna make more mistakes too, and then you're gonna be able to play better post flop, right? Okay, so if I see this 22-11, there's something pops up in my head. I'm gonna maybe I should do some adjustments, but let me look at this sample first, right? Close your eyes, guys. It's time to close your eyes. Okay, so you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you put stuff together, like understanding stuff? Okay, so here, 5K hands. Does this mean anything to you?
Don't know the sample.
Yeah, so we look at the sample.
No, I mean, yeah.
So no, it doesn't mean much. Okay, so if
Yeah,
it doesn't
that's
mean much, we're still gonna stick to this range that he has here. Okay,
Yeah.
if this is like 100 hand sample, or 120 hands, 130 hands, whatever, over 100 hand sample, then we cannot use these numbers anymore, right? Well,
Yeah.
we could, but we have to make some adjustment because he's not 3-betting you 9% anymore. He's not 3-betting you 10 and 11% anymore. He's not 3-betting you 8% anymore, right? Because there's something here he doesn't like, and you know exactly what he doesn't like. Your station, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So does that help a bit, guys?
Yeah.
Understanding how to open from the small blind. Okay. You're defending very wide in the last 20K hands. It's probably because you're running bad and you're calling. So when you're running bad, you shouldn't be calling more because it's going to cause more spew, right? More lighter call downs. Because earlier it was like 46, 47, 50 something, and then 50, right? So let's see here. Can you hold the manager, please? So let's use this one. More focus. So position, we are at the button. Sounds good. 62 samples. Okay. Okay, so let me fix your. Turn this off. Why turn it off? Because it tells me who. Hold on, okay. Okay. So let's do the game. I don't want to see who wins or loses. Then I can make it better. Okay. Probably have to call here. What do you think?
Yeah.
There's no other thing to do with any two cards than call, right? Check, bet, yeah. Check, bet again. Probably bet bigger now.
Okay.
This range looks like ace king, ace jack,
Jack, yeah.
jacks,
10x.
maybe 10x. So bet like 850, and my plan is probably to check back rivers, right?
Yeah.
If you're only getting 2 streets of value, why not maximize from it here? It makes sense?
Yeah.
So bet like 8. Make $1.25 more, then check. I like it. But you see, I'm in same hand, but I made another $1.50. Right?
Yeah.
Because my plan is to try to get only 2 streets of value from him. If he has ace king, jacks, I don't expect him to call 3 times. Okay, so this guy looks like a whale. Okay,
Yeah.
so what would my first adjustment be? Is opening wide bigger? What do you think?
I open bigger when I have a good hand.
Okay,
I mean,
fish.
if I had
Fish. Listen, the fish is gonna make a lot of mistakes. Okay, and we have position. We're gonna make very little mistakes. You agree?
yeah.
With 8 high, we're not gonna. But I mean, if the board we hit a good board, we're gonna get a lot of his money, more of his money. Okay, but we're gonna lose very minimal if we don't, we don't make any hands, right?
Yeah.
We make a straight, we're gonna make more money. So that'll be my adjustment there. Okay. I mean, you could do what you said you're doing. Raise with 3x with ace jack, and then min raise with these hands is okay too. But I think these guys, they make a lot of mistakes post flop. Incorrect call down, incorrect everything. That I think I'm gonna open 3x anyways. I mean, this plan plays okay post flop too, right? Flop some
Yeah.
cards, like 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 2, and then you can bet. You hit a straight, and you can bet, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the playability of 7-8 is not bad. So if I had like, let's say 10-6, then I would min raise, because I mean those hands are not going to flop as much compared to this hand, right? What do you think about 4-betting here in this spot?
Why 4-bet bluff away?
I think 4-betting here is better than calling.
Yeah, but I don't think it's better than folding.
No, I mean folding is fine, but I mean I love to use this spot. You're a bit deeper with this guy.
Yeah.
Fish cold calls. In a way, you're gonna put them in a lot of shitty spots, right? Okay.
Yeah, but we put
Check,
ourselves
fold.
in a shitty spot when the fish calls.
We have initiative, so there's no shitty. We have position and initiative, so there's no shitty spot for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what I'm doing is I'm applying a lot of pressure to this guy here. What does he do with ace queen now? You go to 12.
He's gonna fold, but our 4-bet will be too high if we 4-bet bluff hands like that.
I'm not gonna 4-bet bluff this every hand, but if there's a situation now, I'm gonna 4-bet, right?
Yeah.
Because of the way this guy cold calls, and it puts him in a very tough situation, even with jacks here. What does he do with jacks, you think?
I don't know. He
Go to
can't do much.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
He cannot do anything with jacks. Queens is even close for him. Okay?
Yeah.
Now look at this, right? I mean, he's 3-betting you more for some reason. Right? So think about that. If I can get him to fold jacks here, like you said, not a lot of guys are going to defend jacks in this spot, being, 150 BBs deep. Isn't that a great spot to bluff?
Yeah. I don't know.
He just told me he folds jacks, and queens is going to be a tough situation for him. Obviously, if he has kings or aces, easy play.
I don't know if he folds jacks with the fish also deep. I'm not sure.
But I mean,
I'm not sure.
always bluff and post flop, right? Board comes ace XX, king XX.
Yeah, and the pot will be 25 or 30.
What's that?
The pot will be 25 or 30. We're gonna put too much money in the pot with a bad hand.
Yeah, but I mean, our range is not faced up as 8 high, right? What does your range look like when you 4-bet here?
It looks strong.
I expect you to 4-bet here and get fold. That's why I'll use a spot to 4-bet bluff. Okay? He's
Okay.
3-betting 11%. Okay? So
Yeah.
it's not a super nit, and against you is a bit higher than everyone else. So it's not like he's a super nit in this spot, right? Okay? So I think if you 4-bet here, and this guy's a fish, so he could have whatever. You got fucking twos. 3, 5, 6 suited. Could be anything, right? Could have ace 2. And ace 2 is going to fold a lot to our bluffs too, right? I mean, I'm not saying do it every time, but I'm saying I'm trying to get you guys to think about it, okay?
Okay.
I mean, think about the spot, because I mean, I'm trying to tell you it's a good spot to bluff. And I just told you why it's a good spot to bluff, because this guy has a tough time playing queens and jacks in this. Does he jam queens and jacks? This guy cold calls?
No.
Does he call the $12 4-bet? So it's not an easy, clear spot for him to know what to do, right? And if he jams, I mean, what can we do with 8 high?
Call.
Call. But it's not a horrible situation for us, right? I mean, if he jams, he's not bluffing. It's aces and kings. Maybe ace king, right?
Yeah.
But he got us to fold 8 high. So who cares, right? But what I'm trying to say is think about the spot. Okay? How to apply pressure in certain spots. And I think here, not just this hand, but I mean, think in general, like this spot here, I just told you, okay, how we can use it to apply pressure, because...
Okay, if you had 7-8 suited here, how would you play? Would you
call.
4-bet or just call?
I would call, because we have the odds and we have position onto both guys. And the hand plays really well post-flop, right?
Okay.
7-8, I would fold. See, so now he doesn't know what to do, right? He's gonna fold. So you see? What does that mean to you about his range then? He says a wide range, right?
Yeah.
He just check fold into 250. He doesn't have ace king.
No.
It's a bunch of garbage. So,
Probably. Yeah.
So I mean, do you see why I can bluff with 8 high there pretty good?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna always. I probably would every single time around in this spot, 4-bet this spot. Okay, simply because I know people are not playing that loose. 150 VBs deep. I can take the $8 really easily. 8, how much? $9. $9, right? I put 12 to win this 9. Like, it's gonna win. It's gonna win this 9 like probably 80% of the time. Against that whale, you can just check fold if you don't hit, right? Just give up. If he calls it 4-bet. Uh, since you're doing this, okay,
Yeah.
you don't have much of a bluffing range in these spots. So when you see them being a bit wider here, I mean, these are good spots for you to forward bluff, right? With these hands, blocker hands. So I would four bet, knowing that you do this, right? Okay.
Okay.
Most of these guys have data mine hands now. Okay, Ovi.
Yeah.
These guys all have data mine hands. So if they have data mine hands, they're gonna know, well, he shouldn't be bluffing you too much. But the problem with these guys is they don't adjust to you. What they do is they have a set range in their head, right? Like this guy has a 10% range. He three bets 10%. Doesn't matter what you do, right?
Yeah, but he has 12 against me overall.
Yeah, sample size, right? 1 out of 8. Just over adjusting now, right?
Yeah.
Remember I told you, if something is funny, there has to be a reason why it's funny. Okay? Like here, there's something wrong here. If you don't pay attention and figure out why it's like that, so we ask ourselves, why is it like that? Wow. 2%. So 1 out of 42 times he's 3-bet you. You see that now?
Yeah.
Now, do you think this fold to 4-bet is 58 against you?
No.
What do you think it's going to be?
It's probably 0. Yeah.
It's 0. See how crazy that is now?
Yeah.
This guy, I'm telling you, he has data mine hands. Do you agree?
Yeah.
He knows. He knows Ovi inside out. He knows you better than your girlfriend. Okay?
Okay.
So that's why he does this. He knows. So if you keep playing poker and thinking he doesn't know, then you're going to make a lot of mistakes, right? Okay? So these are some adjustments that you guys might be making the wrong adjustments, okay? This is,
Okay.
I'm telling you now, believe it or not, it's going to be 0% against you. But if you keep playing and believing that it's 58, you're going to make a huge mistake, right? Okay?
Okay.
Anyways, I got to run. I have another coaching.
Okay.
Hopefully that was fun for you guys.
Of course.
Hopefully you guys learned something, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Like I said, listen, there's a lot more to learn for you guys, and keep it up, though. You guys are doing good. But patience, one step at a time, okay?